satellite that focuses on an area called geospatial analytics. The unique set of data is found in the infrared spectra. How the data is generated is the power of the sun shining its light on the Earth's surface or a body of water, and what reflects back to a sensor typically on board a satellite is a unique spectral signature of the target that we're trying to find, or a corroborating factor, or a surrogate as we don't see below the ground. That data, although typically from a satellite, could also be from a drone, a fixed-wing aircraft, a camera, or a stratospheric balloon. We're going to examine the area of change detection, or classification, very commonly used by our customers across the wide industry spectra that we serve today. What you're looking at on the screen is the cloud-based interface of Satellytics once the data has been processed through its software engine, at the heart of which is artificial intelligence. I log on two-factor authenticated, and I've got a pull right menu that I can hide. The first thing to note about Satellytics is that we have a timeline. We never delete any data, so you can come back many years later and open up that timeline as broadly as you wish to see any data that you wish to examine. There are two aspects in the way that we present the data. What you're looking at is effectively the alerts and alarms that are listed to show you, the customer, what thresholds that you've set have been broached across your wide range of infrastructure. Alternatively, you'd be looking at the map view and be illustrating your infrastructure as it appears and where it is on the map, as opposed to just looking at the alerts and alarms. And as you zoom into those alerts and alarms, so what will come into view are those relevant to the scene that you're watching. As you expand the time horizon, also give you more alerts and alarms to conditions that are outside of the thresholds that you've set. The area of classification and the area of change detection, broadly speaking, can be looked at a number of different ways. From our perspective, what we will offer and we will focus in on initially is to look at how the land is used. So I've set the filter to say, just show me how the land is used, and please also present to me on the screen the table view of the data. Once I've seen an element of data I want to see, I can click on the map and it will show me the alert for the condition. Now I'm at a buffer zone. All of those determined by you, the customer. It could have a unique ID, which will allow you then to, including other statuses like longitude and latitude, and what state this particular analysis is in. Has it been closed? Has it been resolved? Is it active? Those conditions, all of which you get to determine. On the left-hand side of the screen, we've got the common audit trail that lets you look at any of that particular data set. And if you wish, you can turn on the analysis. Now, in this particular case, the customer is looking for how is the land used and how has that changed since the last time I've looked at it. So the customer has a specific set of conditions that they want to analyze that area in. And as you can see, prior to this, this was not a water-based area, and now it has become a water-based area. And to illustrate that point, you can even look at the detailed view that lets you see side by side the area that has changed since the last time that we've taken a look at it. So that would be land classification by any measure. In addition, the customer in this particular case may also want to look at areas where you can use the same set of data for multiple business problems. In this particular case, I'm going to turn off the ability to look at the land use and simply only look at encroachments that have happened along that particular right-of-way. And as you can see here at the bottom of the screen, there's a barn. I'm interested in that structure because I've set a level of conditions for the customer and for Satellytics software to examine and tell me about that alert. In this case, it's a different type of alert. It's alerting to a particular structure. Once again, turning on the analysis, I can see that here is the barn and the edge of which has been built in the right-of-way. If I now look at the detailed view, I can see side by side that particular impact on that area and go back and progress of how that structure came to be. Any of the imagery, any of the detail can be pushed out to another software environment that may be part of your next step decision-making cycle. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have any further information needs, please visit Satellytics.com.